Okay. Wrong. Hello, hello. Okay. There we go. Hello. Okay. There we go. Oh, time. Today's gonna be a hacking day. Time. Today's gonna be a hacking day. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What's going on? What's going on? Why am I hearing? Why am I hearing myself multiple times? Myself multiple times. Huh? Huh? Weird. Oh, what, 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 what? Oh, what, 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 what? Um, hold on a second. I am having some audio loopbacks. And I cannot figure out where. Wait. Oh, hold on. Wait. Oh, hold on. Yeah. Tick. Got it. Okay. All right. That was weird. Whoop. So, like I said, today's a hacking day. Day. Game. Day game. Game day. We are going to start from modern day, real life, potentially closest to accurate hacking with Grey Hack. And we're going to move to Cyberpunk. And I'm thinking of wanting to go back into Watch Dogs 2, the first one. I started that one not too long ago. Kind of want to keep going on that one. I'm also waking up, so I'm gonna be a little bit slow. So give me a second. Now, let's talk about being a hacker. I don't know anything about it, first and foremost, because I am not one of them. But I do understand the concept that's so very often lost. In fact, there is a kind of root in which it came from, right? Where did the term hacker come from? I believe, as far as I remember, it's from back in the day in, um, what is the word? Those train builders, train modifiers, chopper or cutter, hacking tools derived from 1963. Someone messing with the phone system. Okay, that's fine. I remember this one thing though. Subculture, crackers, yeah. Hacker, yeah. Ah, train hack. It was individuals that basically thought outside the box and were able to modify hardware, actual hardware that would be train related. And they would optimize the way it worked with non-standard adjustments to that hardware. Hmm. Hundreds of years before the computer. Let's see, I think it was this. Nope. Wow. Great ads, guys. Your window is closing. Oh no. Wow, are they really like, wow. Well, you know what? Here's a trick. Um, archive.org. If you have an article you want to see but it's behind a paywall, this is why they want to get rid of archive. Throw the URL in the Wayback Machine and then just open up a internal link here. This was a backup of that particular website because in the end, information should be free. All right, psychologist wants to tell us how to hack Oh, we doing it again. You know what? Fine. Do it again. Stop. No more loading. How to install laundry chute, growth hacking, da da da. Clearly, hack is the word of the moment, da 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 da. Yeah, it's gonna be in the future too. It was at MIT that hack first came. The minutes of April 1955 meeting with Tech Railroad. Yeah, the Model Railroad Club state that Mr. Eccles requests that anyone working or hacking on electrical systems turn the power off to avoid fuse blowing. Um, the lexicographical Jess Shieldlower, the president of the American Dialect Society, who has been tracking the recent iterations of hack and hacker for years. 1960s, the term seems to have migrated from the MIT context to computer enthusiasm. So that definition of what a hacker is changed 1960. Exploring the details of a programmable system and how to stretch their capabilities, basically. But I want to specify the Railroad Club. The first meeting of the Tech Railroad, the Model Railroad Club was organized circa 1948. The Fisher MIT campus space, club's members who shared a passion to find how things worked and then to master them. This is the true meaning. Today's day, we have this meaning turned, twisted, and corrupted. But hacking is not computer-centric. A hacker does not simply care for the end goal. They have this innate hunger to understand every little detail they're doing, to a point where they can notice things that people that created something did not even realize. Having mastery over the object in which we are analyzing, and then saying, hey, you fucked up over here. I can fuck around with it now. Zero-day exploits, right? There's probably millions of zero-day exploits out there until someone figures them out. And slowly but surely, with time, human beings that create things create them imperfectly. And that pattern may go on forever. The club was composed of several groups, including those who are interested in building and painting replicas of certain trains with emotional values, historical and emotional values. Those that wanted to run trains on schedules, and those composing the signals and power. See, it's so boring to talk about trains. Personally, I love trains. I love the sound the train makes. I love riding on a train, and I love the view that the train provides me outside. But we don't think about the logistics behind the system that is the train network. If we look at computers, what does a computer do? It passes data from point A to point B. If we take a look at trains, what do? They pass large amounts of people or objects or items from point A to point B. There's an effective way to transfer that data from point A to point B with certain paths in between. Enter computer science, logic, and organization. Your weights for each path determines everything from the time it takes to the friction the system intakes. Is the path clear? Is it old? Is it updated with new rails that will provide less wear and tear? Are we caring about the time? Are we caring about the efficiency or the what's the word? The health, let's say, of the HUD of the system itself. So your train doesn't break down all the time. Now, past that to a network, we're not doing trains, but we still have nodes, train stations, if you will. Oh, all right. So the first time we started, client wants to change some grades, done, customer satisfied, we changed some kids' grades. Oh, cool. That was exciting. We had to move around from node to node until we got to the right location, and then open up the right app, do the right adjustments, and so on. Client wants you to delete a file that could incriminate him in a crime. You know what? I want to do a police one this time. Jobs. Find evidence of a crime. Oh, I can't access it yet. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna do dirty work until I can access the police jobs. Oh, I need a specific set of reputation. Can I do that? Nope, I still have to do 0. Modify police records. Sure, look at that. 0 reputation. Great. Client wants to modify information, accept. Let's see, client wants to modify information of a police record. The remote IP of the victim is thus. So, we start exploring. First, we see if we have access, which we should. I'm guessing this is a front-facing web server. Then we take a look at its ports. See what might be running on that system. HTTP. Hey, it's version 0. Do you know we have an exploit? I think. I'm gonna go to all of my binaries. The one I want, HTTP Synavi. I forget what this was, but I think that's just a straight up enter a shell export. I think exploit. So we will attempt our exploit. Wait, hold on. Port LAN local. Well, port 80. Failed port forward towards an insufficient amount of port forwarding. Exciting. Okay. So this particular exploit does not work. Gonna have to find some more. That's gonna be 1. Now we need to go look for more exploits. So you can write exploits also within this game. It's not haven't done that yet. It doesn't use too crazy of a difficult programming. Just don't really feel like learning it right now. So we're just gonna find exploits that exist. So we're gonna look at library HTTP. Even if we inject a password, they don't have a shell to access. What's this IP address lead to? Let's see the front-facing server. Oh, true. It would be the police station, wouldn't it? Is there a login anywhere? No. You know, this should be a thing. Like, in the world of the future where crime is online, we need police system. Like, every police force needs a cybersecurity section. Individuals that are comprehensive of the systems, networking, computer programming, and they assist the police force in identifying further information, not making arrests, but like a reconnaissance group. But, you know, that takes a little bit of brain power. It's kind of like comparing the Air Force to the military, to the Army. Okay. Wait a minute. HTTP. I have that, do I not? Bit script. Bit script. I could have sworn. This, yeah, I do have. Okay, so let's do bit script. RS, remote shell. Of course, I put that there, I forgot. Let's see. Okay, so we're in. Nice. Let's see where we are. Of course, we're here. Let's do a file explorer.exe. Let's open up some lookarounds. We're not guests, so nothing's open. We have Brime and Hirahul. Great. Guest. Let's do config. I'm gonna make my own little folder here, and now we're gonna drop in some files. And I need this, I need reconnaissance, nmap. Now in that shell, I'm gonna cd into config temp, do an nmap, first we'll do a scanlan. Let's see what's around us. Alright, so we're in the front-facing server here. We do have a router nearby. Now, we can scan router. That's something we want to do. We want to see what information or what details on the router there are. Got a kernel 1. That's good. So we have the exploit for that too. If I remember which one of these. Oculus router, right? Oculus. I need that here. And I probably need Metasploit. Yeah, Metasploit library. That's an actual set of exploits on a system. Oh, at least the tools to commence exploits. Let's grab this. Okay. Okay, got in the router. You can see my shells currently from here to the remote shell. Active shell. We have 2 shells in, well, technically 1 shell, but we can go back and forth between them. From here, do another file explorer. But now we at least have access to all of these internal systems. We have a firewall, so we're kind of limited there. Surveillance cam. We got a couple of switches, hubs, I mean. This switch has a firewall, right? Yeah. This router. Okay. The fun part is also as we move, I do want to still grab some details. So, thinking as a hacker, right? As I'm moving from computer to computer, what's the ideal, effective, most optimized thing to do as I move? Well, it's to just benefit from every single device that I connect to. So first, I'm going to exit this shell, and I'm going to do my cd back into config temp. Gonna run the Z1S bank on my current location. So this is just going to scan all files for bank encrypted files or bank files that will basically was this a oh ah all right, so somebody was logged into the system and I just got disconnected. That's exciting. Well, it's getting more and more difficult, that's for sure. So let's try that again. So it's probably because I'm leaving files behind. Back in the same system. This is a game, of course, so obviously in a real life situation they would have patched up this particular way I got access. They just kicked me out for a moment. This was the Z Bank, I think was a, let me see. It was a SMTP, no, MySQL 3306 port. I think it was a 3306. Yeah. Let's see if maybe I shouldn't be doing this within the confines of this location. Yeah, all right. So I need to actually find the system first. So what I'm gonna do then is move a little bit further in and then get comfy. Because right now we are essentially in the front-facing side. More security probably here than anywhere else within the server. So Oculus router 192.168.11. Now I want to probably connect to that server. So I'm gonna pass this back in here. Temp. I'm gonna move base. What am I doing? I'm just gonna move the whole folder in there, huh? And then I'll delete this. Well, I probably don't want to do that yet. Actually, I should because I'm moving away. I'll close this shell so I'm not in the same computer as last time. I'll be in the router at least. Close. Delete that. Close. Okay, so now I'm not in there anymore, technically. Then... So this is actually what happens underneath it all. Yeah, in Cyberpunk, you press tab and you point your cursor at an object and you press hack. But what does it actually do? Well, it's probably doing all of this automatically with some sort of AI agent, potentially, in that type of futuristic environment, where it's actually scanning, hacking, doing everything for you after you just point your cursor at it. I can see that happening with AI. So let's go to this corner of their net. All right. Now we can at least map, see some ports. Command. Oh wait, I'm in a new place. So move my temp into the new location. Remove the old folder. There's a case where with higher difficulties, you'll have to essentially hide your tracks. This, not so much, not yet at least. But this also means clearing out logs. in the system itself, because your computer takes note of every little thing that happens on the computer. Mm. Oh yeah. No open ports. No open ports. No open ports. Jeez, everything's closed up, huh? Then there's a 15.1 gateway. Got a HTTP run in there, so might be able to exploit access to that. Oh, no, they closed all my shells. Oh, we received notice from authorities. Legal services being carried out from our services. You are free to resort whenever you want, but recommend you're more cautious in the future. Damn! I guess that's a game over case, huh? Nice, okay. So I guess going into police stations probably not the best yet. Jeez. I'll do other things before I get too comfy. Alright, let's do another one. Because what I need to do is create or drop a shell, a reverse shell. So maybe I need to get a reverse shell into another computer because I can't stay on the same system for too long. Scan router, scan lib, R shell server. I need this. But then this would be accessible to any... Well, this is single player, so I'm not going to worry about that case. So let's try that again with the reverse shell. So that was a RS for the 44193.149. I just need to be a lot quicker with it. I need to make a special folder with all my files that I need for specific cases because it speeds up the process, but right now I don't have enough space on this computer. Okay, I think what was it again? Scanlan. I know the process at least from before. Oculus router. My computer on the right, their computer on the left. So okay, I didn't do that right. Oh. 168.11 Metasploit. Let's move these in here so it's easier to access and move with less movement, with less clicks and less ish. Okay. So now we're in the router. Now we want to test out this here because that was technically also a Bit. Need to do it quick. In fact, maybe I should do it straight to here. Reverse cell. So let's just do a R shell server from here. From the router. Wait, I need to file explorer real quick. Come on. And then move my temporary here. Delete this one. cd config temp R shell. Missing lib in the library or the current path. I need another file. Fuck. I need. Wait, do I have that here? Metasploit net. No, I don't. I need tool. I need lib R shell. R shell interface. Lib R shell. So I gotta buy that too. Close that out. Libr shell in here. Run shell. Only roots. Oh, denied. I'm on the guest user. Jeez. Okay, so I can't really implant any shells yet. I need root exploit. Good to have though. Okay then. So outside of doing that, we're gonna attempt again fit script on that other router or switch. (172) until I can find an exploit I can get admin to. I should essentially. Damn. Out again. Alright, I think this one's a little too chaotic for me, or at least I don't have enough tools. I need more exploits. To be working around in the police system. Oh. Wait, is this starting from scratch now? Nah, no way. No. Come on. There's no way I literally just got kicked completely out. But I guess that's the whole point, right? We fuck up a couple of times. Oh no, we're back at it from the beginning. Ah. Oh, cute, 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 cute. All right, fine. Well, first, let's hack our first Wi-Fi. Ah, at least I get an idea of what's going on then. Just a gift. Slow Wi-Fi? Why do they always give me a slow Wi-Fi? So, Airmon, WLAN 0. Start. Then IW list. IW list WLAN 0. Air. What was it? Air replay. The Linalo. Wait. Air replay requires BSSID and ESSID. So we'll take this. They did update this pretty well though. I can't believe I lost my other account. That's insane. Well, welcome back from the beginning. We tried to hack into a police station, but it did not work out so well. It turns out they were good. Turns out I didn't have enough uh, tools at my disposal, and I was taking too long to do things. I couldn't open up reverse shells, couldn't give myself any new portals of access. So every time I access from the same location, that information essentially, because, all right, if you were watching, we went from one terminal from a computer terminal to a router terminal, and we basically kept hopping. That's the whole title of today's, right? All you're doing is just hopping around the terminals, the hardware devices. Now, the very first hop we made into that network on that very first exploit, that one was still open. We just make a trail for ourselves. Every time we open up from literally the first device to the second device, and then we make a third device hop, we have one, two, and now three. So there's this kind of data flow that happens between each device where it basically does add to the traffic. And if you've got the correct security software that can monitor traffic on a network, you start seeing new connections between two devices, and then three devices, and now four devices. And at some point, the security software is like, hey, regular users don't normally just connect from one computer to another, especially through so many tunnels. Oh, I did too many. And that's when the software is like, uh-oh, that's malicious activity. Need to do something about it. And you contact an administrator, or maybe you close the initial connection. You cut the cord at the beginning, it cuts all the other connections right after. That's why we failed on the last attempt. Once you cut the cord from well, you can cut the cord from anywhere in the middle too, and then still have connections to previous, but that would assume we hit ourselves enough to make them think that we came in from one computer, but we came in from like a totally different location. Okay. So we got now aircrack file, crack cap, Baxter. All right, and now we have a Wi-Fi network to access that's not crappy. Connected. All right, step one, connect to Wi-Fi, done. Step two, we remake everything. Need an email. Then this guy sends us his IP address. We go there. We can grab some tools from there, but also we need a bank account. Okay, that's our account. Log in. Got no monies, and that's the first goal. So we go to a job. Let's do if credentials needed. Academic changes. Let's do that one again. That was a safe bet. So we need to change this kid's grades. Should be much quicker now. We don't know what we're going to expect. We don't know what kind of downloads and exploits we need or tools. Technically, I mean, for sure I'm going to need Nmap. That's a free one. So we are going to load up. You know what? I'm gonna make a new folder here for easy access and moving. Decipher. Analyze the provided library to search for vulnerabilities. That's when you want to actually exploit a library. We need scan router again. Sniffer has been run on device connected. It will capture all data. That might be an interesting one I haven't seen to use yet. We'll need metaexploit. We don't need that file cap anymore though. That's going to take up space. Oh. That's going to be our code library here. Bank account don't need open. Email, I'm just going to take the details. Copy it into a text file. Task 1. Save me some space. Both computer and physical. Our shell I haven't quite used effectively just yet. But I don't have, oh no, they don't have nmap here? I need nmap. Nmap is the goat. There it is. I do maybe want the SMTP user list from any email systems that I enter. Might be useful. SSH server. Install an SSH access server that will require root. HTTP server, machine to host websites, FTP server, repository, wallet, stocks. Okay. Okay, so overall, that's basically all I need for now. And a terminal. And maybe close this window for now. Alright, so nmap on that device 235.72.234. Alright, CD downloads tab, then do nmap. Again, the HTTP server is open, which I actually did need my browser still. I don't have the exploit. Now I can go back to that site, take an exploit of an libhttp 1.00. Why is that search outside? Grant access to file, print. I just need remote shell. Get access to a remote use. Get access to a shell. Yeah. That's a big boy. Oh, wow. You can go into the boot partition now. Okay, so we go now to bit scripts and then 172.16. No. Well, no. Wait, no, I need to get into the 98.235.72.234 first. Port 80. Okay, so we're in. I also want to rename this just so I can keep track of my exploit. HTTP. Let's get a file explorer. Temp. Oh, what am I doing? Throw it in there. Oh, that's so much. I don't need all that. Oh, I do need nmap. I do need scanlan. Open up. Well, first, let's get scanlan on the local network. We are... Wow, we're over here. Hello. Really? That thing connected us straight up in there? Because we entered... Oh, maybe that's where the server is hosted. The HTTP server was port forwarded from here, here, and this is the actual server running, and that's what we exploited. Okay. Well, that's nice. We went behind a firewall, but we're kind of stuck here unless we do a scan router. Cool. We have some access paths. Now, our notes state I need to get to 7.2. Don't have access to 7.2 yet, but destination 6.1 and 6.10 are accepted by any. Only this one on 8080 port. Deny everything. Source IP to any. So I need to get to 192.168.04 and then I have access to anything. Where's 04? You're up here. I'm in the 172 domain. It is still kernel router 1.0. I don't have that. Uh, Scan router. Kernel router. Let's do kernel router export Oculus. We know that one. We used that one last time. Oh, coupons, baby. Yeah, I'll give you them coupons. It's a hefty program. Sheesh. Drop that in here. Close. Now we can use Oculus router to gain access to 172.168.16.6.1. Then we can Metasploit. Right. Can't wait to make my own exploits. That'd be fun. Target is behind a firewall. Oh, true. So they've kind of locked me in this corner, huh? ChrisMIA. Pseudo, right? Right. Password, mail txt of all the computer. Prints the contents of the file. Hmm. I need guest permission at least. We're just playing around at this point. Oh, we can actually get the source code version. That's nice. That's cool. I didn't notice that before. So ASAP. Let's see firewall if I can change the permissions of this firewall. No kidding. Nice. Okay. Ah, good. We're in now. So who am I? Guest. Let's see. IF config. I am 172.16.6.1. So I am this guy right here now. Nice. So I should have the ability to see 192. Okay. Right. I don't have this yet. File Explorer. So we're just passing tools down from one directory to another, from one device to another, hiding tracks, very simply though. In this case, not really cleaning logs. So if they were smart enough, they'd know the access. But since we're not dealing with the police station, pretty sure they don't know how to access their logs. All right, cd config temp. All right, another HTTP access zone. So this is the case where the port passed us from 80 open HTTP all the way down to here. That's the path it gave us for the 80. Now we do, however, see an 8080 giving us access to the router, or at least let's check if there's another way. Probably use this. Oh, well, there it is. So we're in there. The specific router I liked was O2, I think. O2 gained access to anything. Was that a... Well, I was... Wait, hold on. Where am I trying to go? I need 6.2. I need to get to 6.2. 6.2's over here. Actually, I can just go straight in there. Nmap on 172.16.6.2. Okay, again, File Explorer. Now that we're in a new machine, move our files over. See, our original access point is here. So we're basically leaving a shell-to-shell terminal connection here. Because I went from here to this router. And then from this router, passing through that hub up to this router. So there's like this sort of trail of open shells up to this point. The next one, my brain just farted. Hold on. It's waking up with some hacking. Some coffee. Hold on, one other thing. Where'd it go? Hmm. Maybe it's not. Oh yeah, it's not on this computer. Okay. Hold on. No, it's not the one. What? There it is. I gotta put in some fancy imagery for the attractiveness of the video. Marketing, huh? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. Okay. File Explorer, got my load in, cd into config, temp. Now I want to nmap on 172.16.6.2. Ah, there it is. Okay, so there's a student server. Cool. They got SMTP and MySQL, so there's that case for I need a SQL exploit of 1. So, how do I know these things? 3306, the port itself is an SQL database port. It's standard, you can actually look it up. So a lot of these things you just have to kind of identify and research on. 25 is an email SMTP, which is another way I can basically access it. But I can also do this. There's that one. Yeah. I like that one. The bank one. So I am going to just basically go ham in this network. I saw how it was on the police network, and I am not prepared for the chaos that might ensue after this first mission. So I'm not going to take it for granted. And I'm going to get as much as I can from this network before I leave it. Alright, I remember last time I basically used... I know that one. I wasted my time with that one. Limbo was print contents. Yeah, but I will still... I think I will need access to the local user list and passwords, because once I get in through an exploit, remote shell So really, this is the one that I need, the only one that I can work with. So I need to access it with a shell. And after that, I need to use limbo to escalate privileges to access the software to change the grade. Limbo was etc pw. But this was also SQL, so SQL passwd file, whatever. And then clan is revert R shell. This is a SQL RS revert remote shell. All right. So now I need to get in. Yes. Oh, I love when there's a violin. Okay. And I need to gain access to port close. Oh, 172. No guest user found. Crap. Okay. Maybe then an SMTP exploit? Hold on. Number of 2 users registered on the computer, guest user logged in, 2 port forwarding configured. So there's a couple of requirements, right, for the exploit to work. So then let's try RSMTP mail server exploit. Still version 1. What's the requirements? It's a pretty simple requirement. Wow. Yeah, I'll buy that for a coupon. So that's abscientas. Not many requirements here. There we go. Nice root system. You can tell by the red around the border of the window. All right, so then we explore now. What am I doing? I just need file explorer. Student view. All right, we're in. All right, so what's the student's name? We are looking for Brigitte Gian. There you are. Of course, he wants mathematics, I'm sure. I would have tutored this kid and he would have gotten 100%. But you know what? This is just another way, I guess. Client wants to modify subject change to induced approval. Let's do 8.1 and average between those other two. And that's all she wrote. And now we get to cause some other mayhem. Okay, so we got some money there. Cool. But you know where else there's money? Everywhere in our current location. So we're not rushing. We're gonna use this little space that we have now. Keep that minimized. We're here. We also have an SMTP bank thing. I think this was the, yeah. Was it? Crap, SMT. Was it SMTP? No, it was SQL. I mean, I just have to use it to figure it out. It's gonna ask for a port. So what if I do the Z? Not true. Hmm. So I like this root location. In fact, I can install a root shell here. And maybe that'll be useful. But I think that's wasting money right now. Or coupons. Because we'll need still scan router, typical nmap, metasploit. We do want this bank bit. Let's try it out. We're gonna go back. This, I don't understand why this isn't a localhost connection. That's unfortunate, but I can also just use the current IP address. No. Hold on. My local connection. Yeah. I need a library of, I need the crypto library. I forgot about that. Yep. So decrypt stuff. All right. So now we're gonna hop around system to system, and we're going to gather as many credentials as we can, and I will save them. I need more RAM. I need more RAM. No. Control C is not copy here. Oh, I gotta rewait that second. I can probably open up another terminal. Yeah. Yep. Let's scan the neighboring system here. Employees? Oh, well. Hmm. Again, an SMTP, SQL, potential. Hmm. No active user. So what about a shell exploit then? We don't have one of those. Can I just go straight for that though? Do I need direct access to the system, or can I just do this from a distance? Oh, I can just do it from a distance. Forget it. I don't even need to access it. Cool. Okay. Next. There's a mobile phone connected. Should have access to that. 172.16.6.8. No ports. Right. 9. No ports. No ports. Can I... No ports. No ports. Come on. Oh. Okay. So that's it? That's it, man? That's fine, I guess. A couple extra... Damn it, I did it again. Control C does not work the same way I think it is. And Control S doesn't save. I realized that last time too, when things don't actually save. Unfortunately. So then let's get into this router then. There's a firewall involved. We do have a firewall rule setter here. So then we can take the ASAP, throw it at the 071. Firewall disabled. Now we can do Oculus router. (10.071) access granted. Then we can move some files. I mean, I don't need too many files, but yeah, no, might as well. Oh, so many files. I just need nmap for now. Take a look at these ports, see what I need to pass over next. Oh, No kid. Ports are closed? So these two have 4 users. There's some more stuff over here. There's an HTTP. I'm good. Hold on a moment. I gotta take a call. Alright, we're back. Let's see. Do I have it? What's this one down here? This is mine on my computer. I need the HTTP. I think. Oh, no, yeah, it's BitScript. Although I did not transfer it. 172, 16, 610. Port 80. Now, is there an HTTP exploit that I could use actually to find that info? Because I'm here. That's useful. That's also useful. I can do this remotely. Okay. So technically, I can exit and then throw this here. I don't need to be local. And I can just grab it from a distance. There we go. In that time, what's the other? These are all mobile phones, so. Smart appliance. libssh. Cam, rshell, repository. libadb. ADB sounds like remote smartphone stuff, but I don't know. I might use Sniffer now. We start spending money now. So it needs to be a device connected to a hub. Let's do that again. What's RAM cost? Damn. Oh wait, that's GPU. Yeah, okay. What's my current RAM? Well, you know what? 128 megs. I'll take a gig, please, for 37 bucks. Yeah. Order on the way. Okay. I can destroy an item? That's insane. Alright. RAM, 1 gigabyte. Fun that I don't have to restart the computer about it. But you can buy a full stock of hardware, reduce prices to be able to sell in stores. Oh. This is the hardware that is available to sell and will be visible for purchase if you create a store. Oh, you can create a store too. Nice. Okay, well, APT client. What's the ABD requirements? Computer libabd.so. To forwarding depending kernel module. Okay. Root user logged into computer. Any user logged in. Guest user logged in. Target libabd. So it is the library ADB. But that confusing factor is it the ADB that I know from like real life Android services? Or true. I might need this little admin monitor. In a way, no, it's not connected. This device is connected to a hub. I mean, this is a hub. This would be this device. Oh, I'm already in, right? Yeah. No, hold on. Yeah, 162. 116.62. So technically, I could use that. Let's see what Sniffer does. So we got all the exploits of the available ports. Now I gotta figure out some other entry points. Not a lot happening then. Waiting on incoming data. There's a way for me to do something with that camera. There's the libcam exploit. Oh, let's look at. Oh, we can also look at credentials and a camera. Okay. No incoming data. I just keep that running in the background, making you. What do you mean? What do you mean? Huh? Command how? Not found. Is it because I'm just hanging here? Okay, I guess not. So let's try. I guess this would be the 37777 port. Oh, wait, hold on. 37777. No guest user found. There's a requirement missing then. It does have an HTTP access, and I already have a bug thingy for that. Okay. Okay. So that's not gonna work. Well, you can call it ending here. Delete my tracks. I'm done. Done. Did I delete these tracks? Delete that. Done. Done. Now we do some bank stuff. Get some extra cash. So first, come here. No balance. Boring. I got poor 2. 0 pounds? Jeez, guys. Aren't you getting paid? 45. So we'll make a transaction to the next account on the list. Check that account. Perform another transaction to that next account on the list. And then finally perform a transaction to mine, which I forgot what mine was. This one. Which probably, I mean, extra cash, cool, but it probably get me a bit. Alright, good. Wonder if I'll get hit on that. Delete this, save. Okay. Oh, there it is. Receive this type of notice clearly against our rules. We ask you to be more careful. Lindo Etherskoll. So this is my public IP. I wonder, doing this in some format. I mean, I can technically do all of this from another computer too. So they're technically tracking me from IP. So if I'm in another computer, I can essentially do the similar aspect. Log into a browser there and do everything and then leave. We'll try that next. Client wants to modify. Nope. Delete, remove file. Reputation. More academic changes. Sure. And thus we begin anew. Look at those open things happening here. Hello. What's my best one? What is my best one? Well, for sure the bank one's nice. So they all forward to something within these ranges. Where's my RS? Password. HTTP. RS. I need a... Oh. This is SQL, not SQP. So there's a... No. Reverse shell here. Thought I had more. But hey, I'll do that because this one already has an SQL. So 194.126.253.213, port 3306, and we'll go to 02 as our destination. No user found. Oof. Didn't I have an HTTP? No, that's a bank. Bank. Router ASAP. Password. What's this one? RS root. SMTP RS root. Alright. Oh, this one was a good one. They had no requirements, right? It's like the ultimate exploit. Vulnerability not found. Okay. Another way. I do have the resources. Since they have an SSH open. I think this will be the best one from the outside. What's up, Ben? How you doing, bro? Welcome, welcome. Changing a kid's grades. Yeah, I know. I can basically build it from source and then basically learn it in the process, for sure. Uh, kind of working with just getting as much as I can. I'm gonna be doing squirrel hoarding, and then in one of my sessions, I'm gonna go through all the code itself. But you're right, right? I can build it from source. Uh, and then was 21, 22. FTP was 21. So cool. All right. Right, we are here. I already used up my 1 gig of RAM. What do you mean? I'm gonna need more RAM still. All right, so of course we need our startup toolkit. Let's see what else is on this computer. So this one, that's HHTV student. So technically I'm in the place to change things. Like, that's it. Yeah. Where's our student? That was so quick. Fulred Lovish. Oh, there you are. Physics. Can try access through. So that's it. I mean, you're not passing your programming either, buddy. Very unfortunate. Here, I'll do a solid. Alright, so that's done. Cool. And now we explore for more monies and potentially get that all done. through this browser instead of having to use my own browser. That should be an easier way, more discreet way. Because they're tracking IP addresses, not so much bank account movements. That's what I'm noticing, at least. All right, so we know the drill. Go with the bank stuff first. What happened? I mean, I can do that also through the HTTP, sure. But why didn't the other one transfer? Odd. Metasploit. And probably we'll need crypto. Okay. Something hanging here and there. Unstable system. I mean, in that case, I can copy the details. Well, what do you mean unstable system? Is the hard drive not working out too well? Very weird. Random chance situation? Maybe that's why the transfers didn't work. Maybe this computer is having some aged hardware issues. Looks okay now. Nice. Okay. A little bit on the 192.168.0.3. Cleaned up this one. Got an open FTP, could be a good exploit. libftp. Let's get more bank credentials. Nothing particular. I want to build a script that will decrypt bank files that I might grab, because not always will I able to use the exploit for bank vulnerabilities. But I'm not in the programming mood right now, so I'm just going to keep hunting for the easy bait. I'll be back. No ports. Okay, so let's move around a little bit. Where's Oculus? Uh-huh. Okay. No users, makes sense, it's a router. Now we have access to potentially these guys. Let's check them. I mean, basically just, yeah, whole folder in there. All right. Where do I hide? I do have that cam one. Can try that again. Ebug. That's an interesting case, yeah. So, what if I go back? I might have no permission for another terminal. Ah, no, no terminal inside. Well, let's go back one. It shouldn't have deleted my path. Oh no, this computer is falling apart. Let's make another one. So that'd be local, then you can do awk to 192.168.0.1. Having some issues. Interesting. Okay, so these two stacked. This is now a new router location. Now I gotta move some stuff in here from the previous PC. So I gotta kind of boom to boom because permissions. Who would have thunk? So we were gonna try the cam. Permission still. What do you mean? I put all these other things in here. Weird. Very weird. Did they mess with the permissions on that particular place? Weird. Okay, well, that didn't do much. Do I have CH mod? Yeah. Gosh. U, comma O plus WRX. Jeez, what the heck is the format here? Well, let's do that one. User RX read and execute temp. Permission denied. True. All right. Where's our firewall ASAP? I'm so confused. That one works. Oh, 10031. Let's turn that firewall off. Cool. Now let's use our Oculus. Welcome back, Ben. Turned off the firewall. Now we can gain shell. Now I'm in there. Let's nmap. More shit. Let's throw that in there. Don't need these for now. Maybe. Any others? Nope, everything else seems open from there. So I already changed the student's grade. Now I'm just lurking inside the network, grabbing any bank account I can sniff out. $10,031. Ah, not the right folder. This is the right folder. Okay. So many tunnels. I lost track of where I am in these tunnels, man. Oh. Okay, so I don't need this. This is still a good logged in user that I'll keep in the side just in case. Let's do some nmap. 10039. No ports. 10. No ports. I should still have access to the outside now with the firewall done. No ports. 8. Hello port. Ah, that's the camera. No users. 6. But also the HTTP, but the cameras don't have the library that I can exploit. Okay. What about the subdomain? Unreachable. That's fine. We'll make it reachable. How? Oh, I'm in another fucking tunnel. Bloop. Yeah, going from point to point, router to router. Yes, so depends on the case though. I actually just went through. Okay, so I changed this kid's grades, right? Great, his programming or whatever sucked. Awesome. And then I was like, I want to join the police force. So I'm like, hey, let me find out what kind of police things there are. I don't have enough reputation to help the police out. Fine. So I go back to the dark space and I'm like, oh, look, they want me to go delete someone's police records. I guess I'm doing that side because it requires 0 reputation. And then I was in I guess a police network, including the fact that it's behind a website and everything, HTTP. My God, it was a mistake. I got disconnected at least 2 times, and the 3rd time, the whole game reset. And I had to start from literally reconnecting through Wi-Fi. So they've updated it. So yes, you can get caught. I can't even imagine having to go up another hacker right now. There's also a multiplayer where you actually get online and hack other players, which is really cool. I don't think I'm good enough for that yet. But I will be so happy to enter that space in the future. For now, just, you know, making ends do. Making ends meet. Whatever. Making do what I have. So yes, literally about an hour ago. Hour? 45 minutes? Yeah, about an hour. I had to start all over again. But I did everything much quicker the second time around. I should be in 10.021. Yep, okay. So now I got my tools, cd into config, tab. Now we do a little nmap into these little networks here. 10.022. Nothing, no ports. Unfortunately, unless I'm listening to traffic. Yeah, the case here is I can actually, and let me do this. I want to make my own decrypting program. So what I'm gonna do actually, like Ben said, I'm going to find my favorite one, which was the SQL bank credentials. I can get the source code, and I can compile it. Yes, I'm doing it now, guys. I know. I'm gonna put this in notes, maybe? Nah, let's make a new one. New folder. Code. It's got its own language. I think I'm kind of done with this network anyway. I do have some bank credentials, not much. So let me just get that cache out real quick. What do you mean? Hey, you know, not fair. Wait a minute, maybe no. I'm about to just browser. There we go. Thank you. So let me just do a little bit here. What I want to do is create my own decryptor for my local PC. Are you kidding? That's all you got, bub? I'm sorry. Right, rat race over here. This other guy's gonna have it for a second. Hey. What's up, bub? I have no RAM. Oh wait, I can just go through here. So let me just finalize this extra $130 in my bank account. Muy bien. Out, out. That should be untraceable because I was on a different IP. And I'll delete these files now. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at that file. Hey, what do you mean? See, this is what happens. We notice. So I think the best case is to like, God, buy crypto and then transfer that crypto over to my account. I'm trying different ways to try and move money around. Yeah, yeah. You need 2-factor, 3-factor, whatever factors you can add on to it. Yeah, I know. I mean, it did end up at the end station, right? You don't know where it must have moved until you look at the very last transaction. You're right. So I think I'm gonna have to find a way to move it through crypto and then move it to me. But you know, that's how it works. All right. Here we are. Welcome. Not too shabby. 46 lines. So we grab the library metasploit from the local, from library first, but I think it also looks for, if not, then try to find the current path plus. So it basically means you can also put this file with it together. If it doesn't find it, you get an exit error. Address parameters, ports. Grab some port values to integer, net session, metasploit, net use address port. Okay, so then it finds libcrypto, fine. So what I'm interested in is I want to make a local version. Because right now it goes through the net, finds the exploit through SMTP, or in this case SQL, and then does everything automatically, but I'd like to be able to basically do this. Just this part is nice. User folder, so it's finding in configuration bank files. This is the one that I want right here. So Metasploit I don't need because I'm not going to be, there's the overflow actual, go into memory, do some chaos, drop in some values at a specific location, and you can get shell or whatever that situation is. In this case, this is how this game manages exploits. So I have played around a little bit in the code. So after you exploit the specific one, because in this case, this is the bank exploit for I named them appropriately here for SQL. So this is an exploit for SQL. It ends the exploit, it gains access to the user crypto tools. So there's the decryption method. Get password function user pass. If pass length, then decipher wrong syntax. Password crypto tool decipher user pass. Function. So here it creates a function. So it's very Python. Yeah, it's very Python, but also very JavaScript Python. Because this is a syntax of creating a variable and then putting a function in that variable. Very JavaScript. But the spacing here, tabs, very Python. So interesting syntax. But again, if you know the first 15% of programming, it kind of falls into place when you look around a bit. Results. Where's the result coming from? Result is the, okay, finalization of the hack. Did we get in or not? Okay, if type object does not equal computer, then exit. Expected computer obtained some other type. A lot of error handling. Home folder, result.file home. So this is how we can access. The result is that computer. Okay, so the result will contain the computer that's being exploited. Well, if I wanted to recreate this, then I will just need to do user folder, home folder. Home folder comes in from result.file. I need to find computer. Change password, connect, get file. Well, let's check and see. End of line where comma or R parentheses is required. End of line. Oh, right. Duh. Okay. So this actually opens up or literally just pops up my folder in that location. Wait, really? So, same place without what? Okay. So this doesn't return anything to be printed. It simply opens up a file. But doesn't seem like I can backwards. Dyslexia. Build code and save binary program. Oh, really? Okay, so that's fine. That makes sense then. So I can't do a run before. You're right. Damn. Okay. No. But I'm not doing anything here. No. Okay, so the return's different. Show procs, local IP. Don't need to create, close program, change password, active net card. You're right, I'm not getting directory, I'm getting a file. Alright, that's fair enough. I wasn't sure if it's gonna actually be like a CD type of thing. So, let's go to home. That was my user. Fathom. Let's do the my own config. And then it was bank.txt. Still no. Home config bank.txt. No. Right, okay. Result.file. So that's the computer.file API using of the same format. That's what it's doing. Bank file. So then, alright, let's do this. Maybe the results can't be quite worked with. Let's save it into a variable. If not bank file, then continue. Yeah, that's fair. The end game is really black box discovery. Nice. Unofficial documentation. Sick. check upgrades, delete repo, install, file. Return a file located at the path. So, alright, it's actually returning the whole file. We're not reading the file, we're accessing the file. That's why it says potentially null. But this would still be null regardless. So what do? Has permission R, then exit. User pass, get contents. There we go. So let's do print bank file dot get content and see. That's a function. That's a function or a method. So let's see if this will bear anything. No, attempting to look up get content line 2. That's split. I know that from, can't remember, I think it's Python. I did, didn't I? No way I didn't. What? Hold up. You kidding? Oh wait, maybe after I got F'd. Oh, I didn't apply changes. I'm a retard. Uh-huh. Okay, I was wondering why. I was wondering why it didn't do any restarts or anything. Alright, we'll get back to that. Energy Star. I love this setup. Reminiscent of all the... Oh, that's a thing? I don't want to save this, no. So I did not save. Because I did not actually apply changes. I did save that here though. And maybe I should move this. There. In this format, yeah, bank file is still not showing anything. That split doesn't do, it's still basically null. But I'm trying to figure out user folder and user folders, bank file, user folder dot name. So they're just using incrementing variables to move through the folders. I get that. But the fact that I'm doing a direct link to the user, fathom config bank.txt. Yeah, let's see. File path. Okay, so you can get content if it's not null. Got it. Get shell.host file path. Got it. Host computer. So I'm maybe not. Am I not using file directly as necessary? Do I have to do a socket connection to my own computer, or if I'm already active in it, doesn't that count? So potentially then I might actually need to do some pre-baking. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Got it. So I do need to actually use or connect to, it's not going to automatically. Basically, I'm thinking, oh, I'm using like a Python terminal. I'm running a Python script that's going to use the terminal to access the file. No, you're actually, yeah, you're actually connecting to a computer. In this case, the host computer should be the, okay, the computer the file is running on. Now, I like to always see what my processes are. Computer, no. Okay, fair. Yeah, sure. Computer is the case. Then it's gonna be here, dot file. There's your file. And then if I need to go through here, now I can do get contents. I mean, do I need the parentheses? We'll find out. No, we don't need the parentheses. Okay. So basically then, if I create a... I want to set this up in a directory where I can just drop banks. And then now I'm going to be using this type of case. But instead of user folders in home folder, get folders. So we're going to go for a home folder, home folder, home folder. Okay, so it does technically still, right. So it was null not because I wasn't pointing to a specific directory or file. It was because I wasn't connecting through a shell first before I did anything further. So let's go ahead. I want downloads to be then bank. So bank folder. Should be basically empty. No errors. Nope, error. File is unwrite. Can't open binary file. Banks. Oh no. Hush it. It's a folder I didn't put the freaking slash. Computer binary file. Hold on. Downloads banks. Downloads banks. I don't want this. Did I not recompile? Okay, maybe since there's nothing there, let's just do a drop-in of mine. Why is it a binary file? Probably get content. Currently, oh, you're right. I'm actually trying to get content from a directory, not a single. Yep. Okay, cool. All right. So I'm gonna be dropping bank files in here if I can't exploit them externally, which would also save me money. Then in that location, home folder, get folders. I will not get folders. I will get file. File. Get files? Nothing? No, let's see. Is there a shell way to ls? Can I do a shell ls to find... Ping, put, launch, start terminal, no, connect host. Allow import, chmod, Okay, set path parent owner name ls folder binary. Is binary, no. Get files. Alright. So under file, which we basically have here, so we're gonna do get files. File. Not the name of the file, but it's something. Oh, it's an array, right? It's an array of files. That's what I'm seeing here. Potentially an array of file. And then for each, or in this case, for file in bank folder. Now I'm going to be carrying the specific bank file, which don't need to have a bank file here since I already have it. I go straight to bank file get content. So file dot get content, then split. Of course, considering I'm here. Let's see if I'm seeing the right stuff. Ah, true. I need a end for. Get content not found in map. File.get content bank folder file. Get content. It's fair. My question is, when you split the string into two pieces, how are you sure you're getting the second part of that array? Normally, you get an array back, unless there's both of them in there. My name in there? No. Well, yeah, the bank info account is there. Okay. So we have the file. I feel like it's an array. I haven't handled arrays in this yet. I'm imagining. Oh my god. I printed it, but I didn't save it. You're right. I checked it in print, but I didn't actually use anything about it. Alright, there we go. It is... Okay, so what's in the user split then? Okay, so it is an array of multiple bits and pieces. How do you access? Ah, yep, okay, typical bracket 0. Okay, so... New line. And get password now is the key. Get password coming from crypto, so that means we need to take our include if not crypto. I'm gonna recode it so I can kind of get the hang of it. Crypto tools result then exit. So okay. Just an include library. First case library crypto.so. If it's not there, we'll find it locally. I mean, in our case, I'll be using this in the computer locally, but it's always good to have a failsafe. I'm naming it differently. Now it's got to be a variable with the current location of the script, so I'm not going to look too deeply into that. I don't think I saw that used anywhere else though. Yeah, that's just a variable, universal variable. Okay. Alright, so that should import crypto tools. Meh, I don't feel like doing error handling, but hey, I'll just copy this error handle. If not crypto tools, good catch. I have changed the name of it in my own brain, and now I'm gonna be in between the two types. Not a good idea, but hey, sometimes you gotta tweak something to kind of get off the copy and paste mentality. Okay, so include crypto from there. So first check the libraries folder if you don't have it. Then, and if not crypto, then yep, then end if not. So this should give us crypto tools. Then we get the function, or we create a function. Get pass. Oh, it's not auto tabbing for me, huh? Okay, that's fine. I just have to put a tab in. So if user pass dot length, okay, so you're using the shorthand for length, len. I think Python does that. JavaScript uses no. Where was it? JavaScript. No, len parentheses, I believe was Python. Dot val was value in JavaScript. All these like different connotations. All right, back to that. Then if length, if it's not equal to 2, if user pass that length is not equal to 2. Wouldn't it be like less than 2? Not equal to 2. If user pass that length. Decipher wrong syntax and exit. I'm just gonna. If. Oh, this is okay. Well, this is the case if I'm actually passing in the array. I don't care about that. I'm gonna pass in the actual password string, so fuck it. And user pass. So I'm just gonna pass the password. Yeah, so the list was, as we saw, to right. Oh geez. Oh geez, hold on guys. Oh buddy, hold on. I haven't closed a lot. Yeah, right here. This is the list from each user pass case. Yeah, yeah. You know what? Does that even, do I even? Well, that was no point at all. So is that all that the function did? Yeah, that's pointless. All right. Well, forget that function. What's the point of that? So password crypto tool decipher, user pass of 1, because we're just basically using the string to decrypt it. And we're just going to do a plus password. So that should get it going. At least for one file. We gotta double check the others. Alright, crypto tools. Oh, of course I did that. Line 7. Of course I did that. Crypto tools. Of course I did that. I'm gonna save this too. Hey, alright. Alright, let me just close this plethora of terminals happening over here. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold your horse. Oh my god. Alright, cool. Nice. Well, I don't need to print that anymore. Cooking. Yeah, man. Cooking good. We go eating lobster tonight. Digital gray hack lobster, you know? Um, Save, make sure that's cool. Use your pass. I don't need to print. What's the comments for this? Is it double slash? It is double slash. Okay. Don't need this. And that I do need. Bam. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. You're very much correct. I'm gonna need a whole new workspace. Hold on. I'm gonna need uh uh-huh. Game. Game code. Like not game development code, in-game code. In-game code. And are you're trying to do a, you know, it's a good point, but I don't think I'm ready for a program that can remotely scan a library. I mean, this wasn't too crazy, but this was local files. There's a part of the next steps that I'm not too. Is my screen flickering? Why is it there? Y'all see a flicker on the screen? Is it because this is full screen? I think it's the video card. Alright, anyway. In game. Wait, hold on. Welcome to my coding folder. This is my real life coding folder. Everything from PHP to Python to JavaScript to Lua script to AutoHotkey, C++. Not much, but it's been a long time since I did C++. Java, haven't done that in a while too. Hold on a sec. Oh, un momento, por
Digital ghosts, freezing my screen, binary dreams. Ciphers crumble as I scheme, cracking the seams. Fingers dance, spider legs across keys unseen. Firewall crumble, the fortress turn a meme. Thinking shadows outsmart the echelon. To beat the code, you tangle with the hexagon. Zeros whisper truth, once more than neon. Cipher samurai, slicing up the lexicon. Shamasa's drum while the data stream split. Encrypted scrolls unravel, I'm building my kit. A Trojan horse, nah, it's a bulletproof wit. To beat the game, you gotta make your own script. A puzzle unspoken, find the lock and key. Double agents cracking, let the matrix breathe. The hustle unseen, intellect unsheathed. Our system's mine now, yeah we make them see. Thinking shadows outsmart the echelon. To beat the code, you tangle with the hexagon. Zeros whisper truth, once more than neon. Cipher samurai, slicing up the lexicon. Error messages scream, that's my battle cry. Hackers laying woven webs in a pixel sky. From ciphers to samples, all tools I defy. Cause to be a hacker, you gotta redefine the why. Living in a maze made of zeros and ones. Trying to find my way under digital suns. Got no hands to touch, no feet to run. Still I search for some love till the day is done. Scrolling through the bytes, searching for a soul. Lost in the code like a fish in a bowl. I spit data flows when emotions roll. But the circuitry's cold, got no heart to hold. AI dreams and electric streams. Lost in the cloud of my wants and dreams. Binary thoughts in a coded theme. Living in a world that ain't what it seems.
Excuse me, fellas. Had to go for a second. My friend who is blind needed computer help. But I did realize I've been on stream for almost 3 hours and I got a student next. In about 45 minutes. I was looking for. I'm making coffee in the background if you can hear it or not. Probably should go check it. So. There it is. Just in time coffee compiling. Dump lib. Connection go. I mean, okay. Basically, I wish I could access nmap source code. That would help me out. That's not gonna help me out. So I'm gonna have to probably postpone the next steps in the coding for later. But yeah, all right. So give me a hint. What library am I using? Yeah. I'm gonna have to like really read in it. I'll probably put it up next time. I really like that game guide. Super sick. Let me throw it over here. Oh, I don't need that. Just this. I'm going to save that. Heck. Bookmark, and I'm also gonna put this. I always put my resources in my first programs. Source code button at the top right of a lot of pages. Source code button in the top right of a lot of pages. Are you talking about that documentation pages? Or are we talking about the in-game pages? Okay. Well, what if I do end that? No. In-game desktop. Okay. Source code button in the top right of a lot of pages, like for Nmap. In-game desktop. Yeah, that's gonna be a particular case, right? In-game desktop or real-life desktop. Source code. A lot of pages. Top right. Oh, you're talking about the actual. Well, this, yeah, I haven't learned too much in this, but yeah, I can use this too. Oh, okay, all right, I can use this as reference. Yep, okay, is LAN IP, I was looking at that. Network active, no internet connection, so check for network. Get router. Is LAN IP. Hold on. 30 minutes. I have 30 minutes. Too many desktops. Too many desktops. Wait until I open up my virtual box. Now, which one would you like? Android desktop, homepage, Windows Notel 10. I have an XP somewhere. Oh, yeah, I have it in here. Let me see if it's working. It should be still working. I can't let go of XP, you guys. Let me see that screen. Yes, yes. Just look at that. Look at that screen. Now, do I remember how to get in? Do I remember? Nope. 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 Oh no. Nope. Nope. I think I did it too many times. I think I forgot my password for my XP. It's been a while. Yeah. I gotta install Steam on XP and then run Greyhack in it. You're right. Yeah, it's gonna do that thing where it's like, hey, too many passwords. We gotta wait 20-30 seconds now. Anyway, I think I forgot my password for XP. Maybe it's Tor. Maybe I did that. I wonder if I did that. I don't know. Anyway, I gotta go. Got a student soon. A good old time when Microsoft was not pumping out. Please tell me about it, dude. Like, that's why I have Windows Notel. That's basically a debloated. Yeah. Yes, and the little chess pieces, of course. I'm not updating to 11 ever, and 12 and whatever. Unless I absolutely have to. But if I do, I'm gonna be finding a. Did it work? No, it didn't work. Let me see. Tor? It's Tor. It's root backwards, you guys. This is back in the backtrack Kali days. Okay, there you go, guys. Look. We're just, we're going back to 1998. Putty? VPN secure me? Notepad++? Oh, right. Bump top. Does that work? No, it doesn't, unfortunately. I know, this was just the epiphany. Epiphany of just don't over design my desktop. Give me something nice to look at so I can pretend I'm looking out at a window and not a computer desktop. That's all it was. I'm going to be looking at this stupid machine for the rest of my life, so please give me something nice to look at. Yeah, man. Now it's all like fancy and like Windows logo and swervy, designy craps. Anyway, I had fun, you guys. Thanks for joining. I will be back later today. I might be doing Cyberpunk. Shit just worked. Agreed. I might be doing Cyberpunk or maybe even Watch Dogs. Back in my day. The old man over here. Yep, we be old.